"You think you can scare me?" Alex Mercer smirked, cracking his knuckles. "Try it and regret it." Alex Mercer stepped off the shuttle, his hands bound in advanced restraints. The atmosphere in the Galactic prison was tense, the air thick with the stares of curious and hostile alien inmates. As he walked towards his cell, murmurs followed him. "Another human," someone whispered. "They don't last long here." Grak, the brutish gang leader, noticed Alex and sneered. "Look at this one," he growled to his lieutenants, Vora and Lurak. "Thinks he's tough." In the mess hall, Alex found a seat alone, his eyes constantly scanning his surroundings. It wasn't long before Grak, Vora, and Lurak approached, surrounding him. Grak leaned in menacingly. "You're new here, human. You follow our rules." Alex met Grak's gaze calmly. "I don't want any trouble." Grak laughed harshly. "You already have trouble." He shoved Alex, expecting an easy reaction. Alex's training kicked in. He deflected Grak's shove and countered with a precise strike, sending the alien sprawling. Vora and Lurak moved in, but Alex fended them off with swift, controlled movements, leaving them on the ground. The mess hall fell silent. Inmates watched in shock as Alex stood over the fallen gang leaders. "I said I don't want trouble," he repeated, his voice steady. Grak, nursing his wounds, glared up at Alex. "This isn't over, human." As Alex walked away, whispers rippled through the crowd. His display of skill had set the tone for what was to come. He returned to his cell, aware that he had made enemies but determined to survive. That night, Alex lay on the hard cot, his mind racing. He had been wrongly accused, thrown into this prison without a fair trial. Survival meant more than just physical prowess. It required strategy and constant vigilance. He thought about his training, the countless hours spent honing his skills in various combat forms. It had saved him today, but he knew he needed to stay sharp. The next morning, the tension in the air was palpable. Alex remained vigilant, knowing the gang would seek revenge. In the yard, he spotted Vora and Lurak watching him, their eyes full of malice. They cornered him near a wall, weapons hidden beneath their robes. "You embarrassed us," Vora hissed. "Now you'll pay." Alex remained calm. "I won't fight unless I have to," he warned. They attacked. Alex dodged and disarmed them with precision, using their own momentum against them. He finished with a series of swift moves that left them incapacitated but alive. The prison guards arrived, drawn by the commotion. They hauled Vora and Lurak away, glancing warily at Alex. "Stay out of trouble," one guard warned. Alex nodded, his expression unreadable. Inside, he knew this victory would only escalate things. He walked back to his cell, aware of the eyes following him, both wary and respectful. In the following days, Alex earned a reputation. Some inmates respected him, others plotted against him. Grak, humiliated and seething, bided his time, planning a more coordinated attack. Meanwhile, Alex formed a tentative alliance with a few neutral inmates, including a resourceful alien named Zara. "You're different," Zara observed. "Why are you here?" Alex's jaw tightened. "Wrongfully accused. I'm trying to clear my name." Zara nodded, understanding. "In here, you need allies. Watch your back." The tension in the air was palpable the next day. Alex Mercer remained vigilant, knowing the gang would seek revenge. In the yard, he noticed Vora and Lurak approaching, their eyes filled with malice. They had hidden weapons under their robes. "You embarrassed us," Vora hissed, stepping closer. "Now you'll pay." Alex's expression remained calm. "I won't fight unless I have to," he warned, his voice steady but firm. Ignoring his warning, Vora and Lurak attacked. Alex moved swiftly, dodging their strikes and using their momentum against them. With precise, controlled movements, he disarmed them, leaving both aliens incapacitated but alive. The commotion drew the attention of the prison guards, who arrived just as Alex was finishing the fight. They hauled Vora and Lurak away, casting wary glances at Alex. One guard stepped forward, his tone stern but respectful. "Stay out of trouble." Alex nodded, his face unreadable. Inside, he knew this victory would only escalate the situation. In the following days, Alex's reputation spread throughout the prison. Some inmates began to respect him, while others plotted against him. Grak, humiliated and seething, bided his time, planning a more coordinated attack. Meanwhile, Alex formed a tentative alliance with a few neutral inmates, including a resourceful alien named Zara. Zara approached Alex one evening as he was doing pull-ups in the yard. "You're different," Zara observed, leaning against the wall. "Why are you here?" Alex paused, his muscles tense. "Wrongfully accused," he said, his voice low. "I'm trying to clear my name." Zara nodded, understanding flickering in her eyes. "In here, you need allies. Watch your back." Alex appreciated the advice. He knew that survival in this harsh environment required more than just physical strength. It required strategic thinking and alliances. Zara introduced him to other neutral inmates who were willing to stand with him if trouble arose again. Despite the growing tension, Alex focused on maintaining his discipline. He trained daily, honing his skills and staying alert. His encounters with Grak's gang had taught him that he couldn't afford to let his guard down, not even for a moment. One evening, as Alex returned to his cell, he found a note slipped under his mattress. It read, "Tonight. Be ready." He knew it was a warning of another attack. He spent the next few hours preparing, mentally reviewing his combat strategies and checking his surroundings for potential threats. When night fell, Alex positioned himself strategically, ready for whatever came next. Sure enough, Grak and his cronies appeared, their silhouettes visible in the dim light. They moved with a predatory confidence, unaware that Alex was already prepared. "This ends tonight," Grak growled, brandishing a makeshift weapon. Alex stood tall, his gaze unwavering. "It doesn't have to be like this," he said, trying one last time to reason with them. But Grak and his gang were beyond reasoning. They charged, and the fight began. Alex moved with fluid precision, using his superior training to counter their brute force. His strikes were swift and decisive, each move calculated to disarm and disable without causing unnecessary harm. The fight was over almost as quickly as it began. Grak found himself on the ground, looking up at Alex with a mix of fear and respect. "You could have killed us," he muttered, rubbing his jaw where Alex had struck him. "I told you, I don't want trouble," Alex replied, offering a hand to help Grak up. "But if you bring it to me, I will end it." The prison guards arrived, breaking up the confrontation. They took Grak and his cronies away, but not before casting impressed looks at Alex. "You handled that well," one guard admitted grudgingly. Grak gathered his forces, determined to crush Alex once and for all. In the dead of night, they cornered Alex in a secluded part of the prison. "You're finished, human," Grak snarled, his eyes glinting with malice. Alex assessed the situation quickly, noting the number of attackers and their weapons. "This isn't necessary," he said calmly. "We can coexist." Grak's laugh was cold and bitter. "I don't coexist with humans." The fight began. Alex moved with fluid precision, disarming and disabling attackers one by one. His training and discipline shone through, each move calculated and effective. The first few attackers fell quickly, their confidence shattered by Alex's swift counters. Zara and the neutral inmates joined the fray, evening the odds. The battle was fierce, but Alex's strategy and skill began to turn the tide. He used the narrow corridors to his advantage, forcing the larger aliens to fight in confined spaces where their size was a disadvantage. Grak, seeing his forces falter, roared in frustration. He charged at Alex, swinging a crude weapon. Alex dodged effortlessly, his movements a blend of strength and grace. "You could have avoided this," Alex said, his voice steady despite the chaos. "But you chose violence." Grak's response was a guttural snarl as he lunged again. Alex anticipated the move, sidestepping and delivering a powerful strike to Grak's midsection. The alien doubled over, gasping for breath. "It's over," Alex declared, standing tall. The remaining attackers hesitated, their morale broken. The prison guards arrived, breaking up the fight. They hauled Grak and his cronies away, but not without acknowledging Alex's restraint. One guard, a burly alien with a rough exterior, gave a grudging nod. "You handled that well," he admitted. Alex nodded in return, knowing he'd earned a measure of respect. "Just doing what I had to," he replied. As the guards led Grak and his defeated gang away, the inmates watched in awe. Alex's actions had sent a clear message. He was not to be underestimated. Back in his cell, Alex sat on his bunk, the adrenaline slowly fading. Zara appeared at the doorway. "That was impressive," she said, her voice tinged with admiration. "You've made quite an impact." Alex shrugged modestly. "It was necessary. We need order here, not chaos." Zara nodded, her eyes reflecting a newfound respect. "You're right, and you've shown everyone what real strength looks like." The next morning, word of the showdown spread through the prison. Alex's reputation grew, not just as a fighter, but as a leader. Inmates began to approach him for guidance and protection, recognizing the value of his skills and wisdom. Even the guards treated him with newfound respect, their attitudes shifting from suspicion to acknowledgement. Grak and his gang were isolated, their influence shattered. The power dynamics within the prison had shifted dramatically. Alex began organizing training sessions, teaching willing inmates self-defense and discipline. "We can be better than this," he told them. "We don't have to live in fear." The atmosphere in the prison started to change. There was a sense of order and purpose, a stark contrast to the previous chaos. Even the guards noticed the improvement, their vigilance easing as the inmates began to police themselves. The aftermath of the showdown transformed the prison. Alex's reputation grew, not just as a formidable fighter, but as a respected leader. Inmates approached him for guidance and protection. Even the guards treated him with newfound respect. Grak and his gang were isolated, their influence shattered. Zara approached Alex in the yard. "You've done more than survive. You've changed things here." Alex nodded thoughtfully. "It's about more than just fighting. It's about respect and order." He began organizing training sessions, teaching willing inmates self-defense and discipline. "We can be better than this," he told them. "We don't have to live in fear." The atmosphere in the prison shifted. There was a sense of order and purpose. Even the guards noticed the improvement. One day, a high-ranking official visited, intrigued by the reports of change. "You've done something remarkable here, Mercer," the official said, observing the disciplined inmates. "We're reviewing your case. There may be a chance for appeal." Hope flickered in Alex's eyes. "Thank you. I just want justice." As days passed, Alex continued to lead by example, fostering a sense of community within the harsh environment. His actions spoke louder than words, earning him the loyalty and respect of those around him. In one training session, Alex noticed a new inmate struggling with the exercises. He approached, offering guidance. "Keep your stance balanced. Focus on your center of gravity." The inmate, a young alien named Brix, looked up gratefully. "Thank you, Alex. I never thought I'd get help here." Alex smiled. "We all start somewhere. Just keep practicing." The sense of unity and mutual respect grew stronger. The prison was still a tough place, but the atmosphere had changed. Inmates were working together, supporting each other. Finally, the day came when Alex was called to the warden's office. The warden looked up from his desk, a rare smile on his face. "Your appeal was successful, Mercer. You're going home." Relief washed over Alex, but he remained composed. "Thank you. I won't forget this place." As he left the prison, inmates and guards alike watched with respect. Zara approached him, extending a hand. "Good luck out there, Alex. You've made a real difference here." Alex shook her hand firmly. Thanks, Zara. Keep leading by example. Stepping onto the transport ship, Alex felt a mix of emotions. He was ready to reclaim his life, but he knew he was leaving behind a legacy of strength and resilience. During the journey back to Earth, Alex reflected on his time in the Galactic jail. The bonds he had forged and the lessons he had taught would remain, a testament to his enduring spirit. Upon arriving on Earth, Alex was greeted by a small group of supporters who had fought for his release. His lawyer, Sarah, approached him with a warm smile. "Welcome back, Alex. We did it." Alex nodded, feeling a sense of gratitude. "Thank you, Sarah. It's good to be home."